Sup everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Today's video I want to talk about a build that got misused heavily last season and needs to be adjusted right now before the king of what it fucking remains in appears. That being the GMs. It is the Heart of Inmost Light and Syntho Titan build that I think a lot of people did not get the concept of what the fuck they were using last season. I'm going to break it down here, and I want people to understand one thing. If you play extremely passive and you don't like being aggressive at all in endgames such as GM's master content, this is not a build for you. I don't care if you get shitty with me, you can use it in passive and easier content, yes, 100%. But if you are doing endgame, this shit will just nuke everything and make it free as hell. It's technically the equivalent of fucking speedrunning for casuals and noobs. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I don't speedrun at all, but some of my times were just fucking 5 times faster than what anybody could average. I'm not a cracked ass psycho fucking pap, but I'm still able to carry people at these times. In all seriousness, this is what you want to be using in terms of fragments and aspects and abilities. Super, you want to be on stasis. I don't think people understand this, which I'll get into a bit later, and you'll understand what I'm meaning. But stasis is technically the best super for here. You can use arc if you like. It depends on obviously the activity as well. Arc can be effective. Thruster is a key component to this because if you're using a barricade then you're just throwing, you want to be active as hell. This build keeps you on the move. You're always active, you're always running, you're always moving. Then you want to be using any jump, your call, whatever you like. I used Frenzy Blade and Shackle Nade. Last season I used Glacial Nade, but this season Shackle is going to be more effective, and you'll understand in a bit. Knockout and Consecration are going to be the two key factors here. Consecration, if you don't know, when you slide, it does a Scorch Wave, and when you do the uppercut effect, it finishes off with a massive ignition, like a slamming. It just ignites a Scorch, and boom, everything goes boom. Knockout, compared with this, or like added to this I should say, will just give you your health back continuously and extend obviously damage and range, which is really good and what you actually want to see. Facet of Protection, while surrounded you are more resistant, while Transcendent increased effect, so you got to survive more, and you do obviously get a lot of Transcendency with this build, so again it helps out a lot. Facet of Dawn, you can change this if you don't like it. Dawn will give you Radiance. It will take away 10 of your strength, but again, it gives you Radiance and makes your nearby allies radiant at the same time. So this is very effective in terms of anti-barrier if you're not rocking a straightforward anti-barrier weapon. Facet of Hope, if you want to change it over, is while you have an elemental buff, your class ability regenerates more quickly. I tend to use this one if I just don't really care about my damage overall. That's just my opinion on it. Again, Facet of Purpose, while picking up an orb, it will grant you Bolt Charge, Restoration, Frost Armor, Woven Mail, or Overshield, depending on your super. So Super, Solar, Restoration, Arc, Bolt Charge, Overshield if you're Void, Frost Armor if you're Stasis. Frost Armor is a damage reduction. And Woven Mail, similar to obviously what Thing is, it's Frost Armor, it's a damage reduction. Restoration is probably the only other covering one in terms of that, because all it does is just heal you. Again, this isn't going to be like the greatest thing, but you want to be using obviously primarily stasis for here. Facet of Ruin, increased size and damage of burst when you shatter a stasis crystal or frozen target, increased area of effect of ignitions. So you're going to get a lot of solar ignitions with this build anyway, so good. You just got to make shit go boom. And then again with your super, your crystals do more damage and shit just goes dead. Like, it's the concept of here. This works in two areas, one your super and one your aspect, which again you're going to be nuking shit the whole time. And then you can go with this one if you would like. I think a lot of people hit or miss with it, but I like it best. Facet of Courage. Your Arc, Solar, and Void abilities deal increased damage to targets afflicted with a Darkness debuff. So one thing that I think a lot of people don't know, which is fucking hilarious, I don't know Bungie realized this. Frenzy Blade doesn't classify as a Darkness ability when you are pairing it with Consecration. Hear me out. So if you do the normal just attack, it's Darkness, it's a strand subclass based ability. But if you're doing the slide, it turns into a solar ability. Yeah, I know, it cooks. It turns into a solar ability, so yes. Again, you're going to do more damage, and the way this pairs best is obviously if you throw your Shackle Nade and get shit hung up. So they're going to just give you a free increase in the damage, and bang. Easy kill, easy ignite, boom, boom, boom. Everything's dead. This is the concept of what you want to be using at fragments in the build. In terms of what you want to be using weapon-wise, if you're doing GMs, you want to be using whatever the champions are. If you're doing other content, you don't really give a shit. Again, master content as well, you want to be using whatever the champions are. The weapons and the armor that I'm going to use, I'm about to say it, is this. Weapons, I'm going to be using Tenacious Mastery with Air Trigger and Chill Clip, so I will constantly be able to get that debuff, obviously all season. And Tenacious works as the best all-round weapon, as it can get every single champion this season. Chill Clip, if you get enough chill on something, will obviously freeze a target. And then my secondary weapon is going to be my Psycho Chump with Demolitionist and Pugilist. Yes, it is one of the only guns that can get this roll, and for God's sake, like, I don't know what others feel, but this shit is fucking nuts. The one that I'm currently using right now is one of Rolling Storm Pugilist, which is really good for arc alone, but if I want to be using a build like this that I'm breaking down, Demo and Psycho are just gonna fucking nuke. Just get my melee back, get my, obviously, grenade back, and I'm just gonna be on top of shit. And I don't think they'll realize, again, if I'm getting, obviously, Radiance, that damage is increased, so my grenade launcher is going to kill more shit, and this is an aerial denial frame. So pretty much, if you're a fan of Velocity Baton or Lost Signal, I believe you should be using this, and most people are going to use Double Special. For endgame content, if you don't care about speedrunning through shit, I recommend chucking on a machine gun. If you're not going to give a shit about that and you just want to fucking nuke and run, put on a sword. That is what I will be doing. But yes, sword and machine gun are probably the two best entire weapons for this. In terms of armor, helmet, I use double hands-on and heavy ammo scout because I'm a team player. Personally, it doesn't do shit, the heavy ammo scout, most of the time. Heavy-handed, double of that. You can use 3 if you would like. I tend to not to use 3 because it would drop my strength down, and I'm an ass like that. Double heavy-handed every 5 seconds, I believe it was, or some stupid thing. You can create an orb with a powered melee or a normal melee kill. So one thing you should also be aware of, this works on normal arc and it works on prismatic knockout. If you just get a base kill and just keep punching something, when you get the actual final blow punch, the finishing blow, it tends to count as a powered melee. So you should be getting an orb for just punching something basic as basic can be. Chest piece, whatever mods you want to use, I preferably say use the resistance of the threats or the most common damage incoming. And then for obviously ammo or boots, I should say, invigoration, whatever scab you're using, I would be using an arc scab in my case, and then better already. So you can pretty much get melee energy, free ammo, and obviously your health back if you're not in combat. Double outreach and distribution is what I use on my class item. Otherwise, I do hope this build helps you out. Dim link obviously in the description. Consider liking and subscribing to the video. Again, this isn't a cheap shot at people. This is just a reality check that I saw last season. People had no fucking idea what they're doing, and the people who did know what the fuck they're doing was just getting clean, easy runs. And I generally will be doing this for a lot of other builds over time, so don't just expect it to be whatever the fuck's meta or broken as hell. Again, I do hope you guys actually enjoy this video, because I'm not trying to throw people under a fucking bus. I'm just trying to give a reality check of how to utilize this build. Till then, consider liking and subscribing. All the support does help the channel grow. We're nearly at 300 subs. Till then, peace out, enjoy.